Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
And I'm Alex Collier.
Yeah, you are Alex.
Alex
Collier.
Alex is back. It's been a while.
Yes.
Been a while, but I feel like I know you, and I do know you, but I feel like I haven't left you because I see you on the gram with all the good stories and the content. So it's like I see you every day, but I don't actually do.
And I do want to apologize to the fans who have been flooding my DMs, being like, "When are you gonna get on the pod again? The episode was so good that you did. It's relentless." But Here I am. I know it's been hard, in my absence, but I can't wait to give you guys a good ep.
I mean,
that's what we've been trying to say. I've been getting bugged by millions of people.
It's true. They're like, Alex, not Alex Mormon. Not her.
Right.
We want Alex Colliard. Am I saying
Alex
that right?
Colliard. I punched my dad today. That's one of the DMs that I got. I punched my dad today because another episode was released and you weren't on it, and I can't be responsible for that anymore.
Yeah,
that's a
you have a responsibility, and thank you for fulfilling that responsibility.
Well,
on this day,
yes.
Since the last time you were on the podcast, I did want to talk a little bit about your TikTok because TikTok didn't exist when you were on the podcast last time.
That's true.
And now you're kind of TikTok notable.
No, and notable, people will say you're TikTok famous, and notable is much more appropriate.
That's how I refer to this podcast. I'm like, oh, we're moderately successful.
Exactly.
We've made tens of dollars.
We've made tens of dollars.
Actually they just started doing this. China is paying all of us to indoctrinate us. Now the creators on TikTok, with more than 10,000 followers. So I actually have been making a little money off of TikTok.
Awesome.
Oh, you have been.
That's
just
great.
Just a very small amount, but
a side hustle, a proper side hustle.
Yeah. I mean, they waited until my videos stopped being good to start paying me, so they pay me far less. But I guess I'll try to make a good video again soon.
That's the trouble with the content creators. You're always having to create and top yourself.
I mean, I just want to get to the point of some of my friends are so famous, all they have to do is tweet. Chips are so stupid, or chips are so good. It could be simple as that, and it's 4 million retweets. James Corden is sliding into the DMs what's up?
Okay, chips. So I'll look for that chip TikTok video.
I just want to talk about chips, but in the most vague and general sense.
Right.
Chips are stupid. They're so stupid.
Chips are salty. Ooh. Salty chips.
They're salty and stupid.
We did it. Are we TikTok famous?
Opinions.
But really, you are the only, when people talk about TikTok, I'm like, oh, the thing that Alex is on? the thing that Alex does? Yeah, I heard of that.
Yep, true.
But we're not here to talk about TikTok, as interesting as it is. Although Candace loves a good TikTok, and she's trying to do her TikTok thing. So maybe you could give her some tips.
She's on TikTok?
She is on TikTok. You should actually pull up her TikTok while we're going through this episode.
Wait, what is her last name again?
Cameron Bure. She has two. She's so lucky.
She has two. I thought she had
two last
TikTok
names,
accounts.
She probably does.
I cannot find her.
One was made, and then she forgot that she made an account, and then created a new one.
It's a sexy TikTok and a normal TikTok,
Yeah. An after dark TikTok.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Candace Cameron Bure after dark.
Trends.
That's a new segment.
I know that is a new segment. So the movie we're talking about, because this is a podcast about Lifetime, let's not forget. I saw this movie in July, and I was like, oh my God, this movie is crazy. I need to talk about it. And I know someone in the cast.
Oh.
I've been I was in a production of Rent with someone in the cast, and I'm gonna
And
let
part of
everyone know.
we'll try have to figure out who it is.
Okay, guess who it is.
Who is most
it the
qualified
cat?
to be in Rent? What part did they play? How about that? One hint.
Roger.
Okay.
Which
Uh-oh.
that should just give it away right there.
Yep.
Right there. Yep.
The movie we're talking about today is My Daughter Was Stolen.
That title is absolutely mind blowing to me, and I have been obsessed with it ever since.
It's great. It's like, oh, what happened to your daughter? My daughter was stolen. So
Not kidnapped.
You know,
she was stolen.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you look at a movie like Taken, it's like, why be so vague? Tell us what's going on. My daughter
tell us
was
everything.
stolen. Okay, like,
My daughter was taken.
yes,
I want
she
movies
was.
that are, tell us what is happening in the movie before we get in there.
Right. My daughter was stolen. She was 5. She was wearing purple. And you're like, oh, great. I don't need to watch the movie then. The movie stars Kate Boland, Karen Moore, and Keisha Champagne. I just put her name in because her name's Keisha Champagne.
Because it's Champagne. That's a great last name.
I have no idea who Keisha Champagne was, but I just thought that name was fabulous.
Beth? Whoever Beth is?
Couldn't tell you. Beth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
she.
don't know.
I think she might have been one of the waitresses. We'll get to it. Very important. Very important.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
Or like the manager of the diner. So the movie, Drew, it starts off, we are in Chicago, of course. And it's like actually filmed in Chicago. It's that type of a Lifetime budget. So you have your Canada budget, you have your LA budget, and then you have this movie was filmed in Chicago because I have no clue. No.
Maybe, is it more? Do you think it's more of a budget if it's filmed in Chicago?
I mean, it didn't look like it.
Oh,
okay.
I would say absolute. I don't. If it was more of a budget, I do not know where they put the money because I have some very specific like issues with this movie, like from a like post production standpoint, and I'm going to try to tone it down for most of it. But there are some parts of this movie that, like, I feel, Drew. I realize you have not watched the movie.
No,
you have to, at least for the first like 20 minutes. Like, it's incredible some of the things that the choices that they make here. Anyway, I digress.
No,
I'm allowed to watch them after.
Yes,
they're
after.
explained to me.
This one would be one that I would recommend to watch after because you can't. Drew always envisions them much better than they are, and I want to start off letting you know that this is the lowest budget Lifetime movie I've seen in a long time.
Ooh,
oh boy!
And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, though.
Yep.
So the movie, even to the title sequence, it's like has like news articles flashing, and it's like Stephanie was kidnapped. You know.
I wrote every single headline is about the lack of clues that they had to find this kid. Every single one is like, police don't know what happened. Dead ends for all the police on the kidnap of this child. And then the last headline is just 4-year-old daughter kidnapped. Like, the only one that changes the very last one that comes through.
Yeah, and then you get the title card in like typewriter. My daughter was stolen.
Oh yeah, like Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah. Yes. Angela Lansbury's there. She's having a great time. She's being a teapot, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like a very elaborate title sequence, and that's when I knew that they spent all the budget there.
True.
Okay. Yeah.
They spent all their budget.
Yeah, they spent it on the graphics, but not someone to write a headline that was even remotely different from the one that came before it.
Exactly. So we have a beautiful Lifetime lead. Think like Felicity before she cut her hair. Like that kind of vibe. But redhead.
Okay.
And her name is Alicia. Okay. She works at a diner. She's like a very good person. Okay. There's a couple with like theater makeup on to make them look like they're poor. You know, like in theater when you have to like put your makeup on to look poor for like Oliver or something.
Yeah, like put like circles under your eyes, like you're malnourished.
Yes, they're malnourished. It's like a single mom and her kid, and they like run out on their check, and she like chases it around. She's like, "Hey!"
And if I can tell you to shut the fuck up here,
Yes,
Drew, this restaurant sequence. Imagine all the tropes that you would have a server experience, and then shove it into like a 30-second segment. She literally walks through the restaurant, and like an old person tells her that her soup's too cold, and like someone like someone like like a guy hits on her, and then
slaps her ass. Hey, babe.
Basically, 100%. It was
Totally.
It was really impressive the way that they really got everything to make sure we know that she's a server, and she's really putting up with a lot.
I'll tell you what.
She is.
I'll tell you what. Movies portray restaurants and how the business of restaurants is done always really well, because everyone who was working on the movie has absolutely been a fucking waiter.
And here they didn't really do that great of a job.
No. So the mom and the son, they run out. She chases after them. You think she's going to be like, "Hey, pay your bill." She's like, "No. Here, take my tips. You need it more than me because you're struggling and you are just poor, poor little orphans."
Oh, what?
So she has a heart of gold.
I actually don't know why they did that now. I guess just to show she has a heart of gold.
Well, it's like they show the females in Lifetime running in the beginning of Lifetime movies to show they're strong, independent woman. So this is to show, like, yeah, she's just like a really good person.
She's just a good gal.
And this is the part of the movie where I was already immediately thrown off by their sound mixing choices, where the walking as she's walking around the restaurant is the like most stock footstep sound effect that you can find, and it's high in the mix. Like you can hear it so blatantly, just
walk.
Every step she takes, and it doesn't doesn't matter where she.
No dynamics.
Yeah,
it's so loud too. And I was like, why did they do this? I can find the effect on YouTube probably.
Oh yeah,
and you like hear a cat be like.
It's like a Chicago sound mixer. They're like very excited. It's like their first job. They're like, oh, I'm gonna put footsteps all throughout the movie. So I'm gonna make this so true to life.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It is something like a sound mixer like person that has to like get all those sounds, or I don't know if that's what they're called.
Well, so I mean, it could be. Well, so this is post. This is the sound engineer or something. Whoever had to go in after and try to make this. But also, there's no way that the sound guy, what's the technical name? Just sound guy. On set also did a good, because there's other things that happened in this movie where I was like, what is happening to the sound here? It is all over the place.
Right, they're trying to like make it work.
Exactly.
So little does Alicia know that in a car outside the diner are two trashy people, okay? And one of them, she has like black hair, like jet black hair. She's like, they're swigging vodka in the car, and the driver has like really long hair, like down to his shoulders, and he's like, should you be drinking? You're 2 months pregnant. And she's like, it calms my nerves. And she like slams her back.
I do have to point out here that there are several times where she takes a swig of the alcohol and the guy does absolutely nothing. And then right before, and this we might be skipping a little bit, right before she goes in for an acting audition is when he finally is like, hey, should you be drinking? And we've already seen her take several sips, and she's like, well, whatever. Just to indicate she really has a drinking problem.
Very much has a drinking problem. And her name is Kayla. Her name's Kayla. His name's Mickey, just so we have names. And outside the diner, she takes a pocket knife and slashes Alicia's tires because, like Alex said, she's going on an audition, and Alicia is her rival actress in Chicago. 2 Chicago actresses. Only 2.
Yep. This is the part that's going to change their life. As she makes it very clear.
Yes, it's a big part, but like when we get to the audition, it is like a garage. Like there's like a dirty couch. It's like a porn casting. Not that I've ever been to one, but you know, it just. Like,
I mean, I assume that's what porn casting would be,
right? Like in the middle of nowhere. And what I love about this character of Kayla is that like everything that goes wrong, like she's like having a really bad day, and she like is blaming it all on this Alicia girl.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm not gonna get this part because this girl is gonna come and like ruin my chances of getting this gig. You know?
Yep.
She's like putting a lot of I don't know, bad vibes.
Blame?
Yeah.
Oh, bad vibes.
Bad vibes and like
She's got
blame.
some bad vibes, man. Yeah.
So since Alicia can't get to her audition, her friend, our well-named, what's her name? Oh, Keisha Champagne.
Keisha Champagne.
I'm just going to call her Keisha Champagne. She lets her borrow her car, and she's like,
yes.
Okay, you can borrow my car. So Alicia makes it to the audition as well. But at the audition, okay, I have to figure out how to say this. So Kayla leaves. She like gets in a fight with her boyfriend about the drinking. She goes into the audition and she like.
Well, real quick, they do point out he's like, should we be parking in the handicap spot? And she's like, whatever. Like I forget, she gives some weird reason for why they're parking in the handicap parking spot, and then he goes to get something from the store, and she goes in for the audition. Ooh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The handicap spot does come back, so we like that.
Well, that's good.
She goes
because that would be stupid if it didn't.
Right? She goes into the audition. I swear to God, Drew, like you've been on auditions before. She has her purse on, and she's like saying the lines like with her purse on, and the people who are auditing her are like, okay, thanks. Goodbye. She's like, you don't want me to try it again? You don't want me to do it differently? And they're like, no, we're good. Like, you can go. And
nailed it.
And like, she totally didn't nail it. You know what I mean? Like, not even close.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Alicia walks in and she's like, oh, hi, sorry. Like, I know I'm interrupting this audition, but someone's car is getting towed. Does anyone drive a black Buick?
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Was her daughter in it?
No daughter. That's not even.
Oh, okay.
We're not even at the daughter part, Drew. There's no daughter in existence right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that'd be like a fun.
They really did
surprise.
set up a lot about a whole daughter getting stolen. This woman, as far as we know, does not even have a boyfriend or husband or anyone, a sperm donor, anything. She is a single woman, no job, no big acting gig or anything like that. No children.
Right. Well, and the movie wants us to like think like, oh, Alicia's such a great person, but also the Kayla is pregnant, so you're thinking she's going to be the person with the daughter who's missing. You're like, it's going to happen to her, right? That's where we're going. But no, Kayla like goes out. She like offers to like give the truck driver a blowjob or something.
That's right. Yeah.
She's like, how about you don't tow my car? I'm a starving actress, you know, and I need my car to get to auditions. Is there anything I can do? And she like pulls out a lollipop and she's like going down on the lollipop, you know?
You can tell that the person towing her car is an actual tow trucker. Like, that's they just
Actual
like they need the tow
Chicago
truck. He was
tow
there. He's like,
trucker.
oh, just do it. You just have to say a couple of lines.
Totally. But he's like, no, you're like nuts. Like, get out of here. I'm going to call the cops on you for like sexually harassing me because women can sexually harass men. So just keep it chill, lady. It's true.
Get it, truck driver.
Truck driver. And she goes back inside and she's like mad. She's like, did you give Alicia the part? Because I deserve the part. It's my part. And the auditors are like, you should maybe like don't show up
You should
drunk.
deal with your tow truck
Yeah.
situation.
Don't show up drunk to an audition, first of all, and go like get help. Pretty much. They're so rude.
Yeah.
I thought they were very rude to her.
Well, she pushed them. I would have said
Push them
this
to the limit, you know.
She did, but then Alicia and Kayla
I
go
can't believe you're on
outside.
Kayla's side on this part.
I
cannot.
kind of am. I kind of am. I really identified with her. Have you guys never like offered to like sleep with someone to get out of something? Is that just me?
It's really putting yourself out there. It's a very vulnerable place.
Sometimes it's
get
all
it.
you have to offer, and if I get a discount at Starbucks, then maybe
Yep.
I'll try it.
My method, when someone was trying to tow my car, it's stealing. They're stealing my car,
Totally.
but
They're
they were
stealing it.
Totally.
legally towing my car because I was parked illegally. I work from home and I can see the street here, and I saw the tow truck pull up, and I was like, I know where they're going. So I just I was fully not wearing any clothes. So I quickly put on some clothes. I was just very calmly walked out of my apartment. I saw him lowering the truck bed and everything. I just walked right past him. I didn't make eye contact or anything. I opened my car door. I got in my car and I just drove off. And I just saw him standing in the middle of the street
Oh man.
Well,
he
gotta
doesn't
be-
care, but also he's like, well, all right.
It's like, yep. I mean, I can't tow his car. He's in it.
He's in it and he has driven away.
there you go.
So that's my method. But I'll try
That's good.
sleeping with him next time.
All right, maybe
That's a
try
good
that.
method.
I mean, it worked. It didn't work for Kayla, but it would definitely work for Alex.
Yeah.
So, Kayla starts screaming at Alicia. She's like, "This is your fault. This is my part. I can't believe you stole this from me." And Alicia's like, "I don't even know who you are, and you're really weirding me out." And she leaves. And then Kayla gets hit by a car. She's in a parking lot.
Yeah, that's right.
She gets hit by a
Oh.
car. She rolls over the car, and then she splats on the ground, and you see theater blood makeup, special effects.
Oh
it's
yeah, it's brutal. The special effects makeup is incredible throughout this entire movie.
But she ends up in a
great.
coma, and she loses the baby, and then Mikey, her boyfriend with the hair, he is crying, and they're very sad.
They do a
Okay.
10-year time jump. They go from this and then it's 10 years in the future, and that
No, they do 4 years first.
this one's 4. I'm so sorry
Four.
to spoil.
Oh God.
But there's
The
multiple
time jumps in
multiple
this
time
movie.
jumps. 4 years later.
Jesus. Okay.
You're right. I remember it now. Yeah, it's 4
Yeah.
years. 4 years later.
Alicia got the gig on a show called Bayou Nights.
like in the New Orleans. This is a New Orleans detective show.
I guess, but it's a hit series, whatever it is. She lives in a mansion. She has a hunky husband named Jeff, and she has a 4-year-old daughter named Jessica. And she does an interview, and she's like, "My life was so crazy. I was just a waitress, but now I'm a famous actress, and it's amazing, and it's so crazy."
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah, and then you see it's kind of like what's that movie called? Death Becomes Her, where Goldie Hawn watches Meryl Streep get killed over and over and over.
Yeah.
You cut to a disgruntled Kayla in a bathrobe making bacon for her fucking deadbeat husband.
And I guess his mistress. Who is this other woman that I could not figure that out.
So the other woman, because it comes back later in a one sentence thing at the very end, because I was also who is this woman? She is Kayla's half sister, who is sleeping with her husband. So they're kind of like sister wives.
Yeah,
Okay.
a nice polyamorous representation in this movie.
Yes. And Mikey is, of course, abusive, and he's the worst. And this is when I can tell you that this man is the man who was in Rent as Roger.
Yeah. Yep.
So we all knew it. We all
Boom.
knew it.
It
He's
make-
the
I
man.
knew it.
It make a lot of sense.
I knew it.
And I'm not going to say anything about him. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so he was typecast.
I don't know. But I'm not saying anything. So he, of course, starts beating her up, and she's had enough. She gets a frying pan, which is a classic Lifetime weapon, and she just
He
whacks
calls her
him.
Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, because her face is all scarred from her accident.
Jesus
I was like the insult. Oh my god.
It was so mean. He was like, Drew, she was an actress. He's like, the only part you can play now is Frankenstein, and she like whacks him with the fucking frying pan with a frying pan.
This is another place where I put a huge all caps note about the sound design in that the bonk from the pan was so quiet and so tiny. It was just like a little clunk. And then when she falls forward and hits her head on like the edge of something, it's like a loud crunching squish. It like none of that made any sense. But yeah, she's dead.
Yeah. So because she kills her husband and the sister, they're dead, and then she just she puts them in the basement or something. I'm not really sure like what she does with the bodies, but she keeps the bodies.
That. Yeah, they explain it later, but they don't explain it in that moment. They just say, "Oh, she just killed 2 people. They're dead."
They're dead, and then you see her
monster
in Alicia's driveway pulling like a Misery, like a Kathy Bates, like, I'm your #1 fan. I love you. You're amazing. And Alicia's like, thanks. How did you get on my property, like in my mansion? And this is very weird. But she like renames herself. Now she's Sadie. So Kayla is now Sadie. Okay. And now
nice name.
we meet the husband or whatever, and Alicia's like drinking wine, like recapping everything to him, and she's like, it was really creepy, like this person came and like talked to me in the driveway, and like I don't know, I just had a bad feeling. And he's like, don't worry about it, let me just give you a massage. He like puts on his sexy little towel, and then he's like dad bodding around, like giving her a massage. So I just had to like make a note about the dad bod.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, he's very attractive. Here's another thing that was interesting is he was like, what was she like weird? And Alicia says, well, she was really nice. The actual conversation between her, like there's no subtlety in how she is like questioning her about her daughter. It's all like, oh, you have a birthday? Oh, that's nice. Like she's like mad about her daughter having a birthday party, and it's so creepy and it's so weird, and she's clearly uncomfortable too. But like for her to go into this scene and be like, yeah, she was really nice, something just felt off.
Totally. Well, and this is what Alicia has a heart of gold. Okay, she doesn't judge anybody. She always gives people the benefit of the doubt.
You're right.
She's so nice. So we get to the elaborate birthday party, and it's like Mommy Dearest, where Joan Crawford throw Christina, like the thing with the carousel and everything like that. It's like a very fun party. Okay, there's like the parachute. Nice. You know that parachute thing? They got one of those. It's amazing.
A parachute? Oh, like where you bunch of kids blow up the parachute, or like
you like run under it.
Yeah.
And
they just like
I remember that.
Hide under there and have fun. Well, they also hire a famous character, like a Barney type of thing. His name's Mr. Mop Top. Okay. Now, Mr. Mop Top, the man who's gonna be Mr. Mop Top, is in his van putting on his costume. And it's like a furry costume, or like a Sesame Street.
Yeah, it's like a weird Cookie Monster type vibe.
Yeah,
Okay.
The
That's
blue
kind of
fur. He got the kind of. It's kind of like
some big Cookie Monster energy.
Yeah,
big Cookie Monster energy.
Like Cookie Monster body, like Grover face, and then some like Big Bird hair or something, you know?
Yeah.
He's Mr. Mop Top, so he of course has like a bunch of strings of yarn on his head, you know?
Is this where the rest of the budget went?
I think so.
The rest of the budget definitely went to the costume design of this guy, and possibly getting rights to the cicada noises that they put in the background of every outside scene.
Hey,
but that's accurate.
That's
man.
Chicago, baby.
You go out right now, it's like
it gets loud. It gets so loud. But no, of course we have Sadie, or Kayla. I'm just gonna call her Kayla from now on because who cares about her fake name? She is like, "Hello, Mr. Man," and she like, I guess, kills him. And then puts on the costume, and then she is walking around the party in this costume. Which is, think about a Lifetime movie, Drew, and then just throw in this like weird instead of like a pretty woman like lurking around and being suspicious, it's a Muppet.
just like being all weird. Did she do it like a head tilt ever?
Yeah, I think so. And like you see like the Muppet hands like going through the cabinets and like the Muppet hands putting pills in the wine, you know, like the Muppet hands grabbing a knife. Like it's outrageous.
It's incredible. And the director clearly wanted to direct a horror movie, but like they got the Lifetime gig, unfortunately, so they really tried to make both work.
And it just doesn't work. But what's great here is that, of course, Alicia drinks the wine. She passes out because it has the pills in it. And then we see Kayla being Mr. Mop Top, and she's like, "Hey, kid, why don't you get in my van?" And the daughter's like, "I think that's not okay. And my mom said, don't talk to strangers." And Mr. Mop Top is like, "I'm not a stranger. I'm Mr. Mop Top." You know, it's like, you know, it sound like Mr. Mop Top. Like this, this kid is like smart enough to be like, no.
She doesn't change her voice at all for it.
No.
And the kid's like, it's not like Mr. Mop. And she's like, no shit, he's dead. Like the fact that the kid calls it out, and then she's like, yeah, Mr. Mop Top was feeling sick. And it's like, you're in the costume. What is going on? Like, what are you trying to explain here?
It makes no sense. And the kid is 100% like, I am not on board. But Kayla's like, "Oh, come see the other friends in my van." And she's like, "Why are you so obsessed with this van? Like, I'm 4. Like, leave me alone." But
I'm 4, though.
She walks to the van, and then she's like, "I don't think this is a good idea. I don't want to go." And the Mr. Mop Top, or Kayla, takes the kid, throws her in the back, puts duct tape around her head, and like, this is literally, Drew, a 4-year-old child. Like. You know, Lifetime kidnaps people, but usually they're teenagers. They're 30-year-olds playing 16, so it's not creepy. This was like,
but this is like a 4-year-old. Jesus,
creepy. And she takes her she's like taking her to this place, and then she throws her like in a basement with a bunch of dead bodies.
So she's just it's just a serial killer situation thing going on here.
I mean, like accidental, because like, you know, a serial killer is like each person that you're killing is like a part of some
like a
sick like this one's all like, I'm trying to get back at this woman, and I accidentally killed my boyfriend, and so I had to kill my stepsister who was also fucking him. And
I think those murders were well deserved.
And now I gotta kill Mop Top. Oops. And which also like blows my mind. Like, remember the headlines at the very beginning of this: police have no leads, no idea what happened. Like they couldn't find Mop Top, the guy who played him or whatever. They even like, I think, address it. They're like, we think this guy that Mop Top, we couldn't find him. We think he disappeared with it. So it's like, you did have leads. What is
Yeah.
It's so true. Like, he would have been the number one suspect, Mr. Mop Top.
Mr. Mop Top.
I guess he just disappeared.
And they would know, like, that would be like the first thing they would go for. Be like, well, the person that we never actually saw their face at all, and the only person that we didn't know was Mr. Mop Top. So, and he wasn't there, and neither was she.
And Alicia doesn't suspect this weird woman that came up questioning about the birthday at all, which, I mean, I guess maybe makes sense, but not like, it doesn't register with her at all.
Well, it's that heart of gold. Like, she, like, the heart of gold shines so bright she can't see anything else. She just feels her
beautiful.
She feels her care, and you know. So now we flash to 10 years later, because of course we had to get the kidnapping out of the way, and had to make it the most gruesome, like, weirdest Lifetime kidnapping I've ever seen in a Lifetime movie ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually disturbed by this. I was like, do I need to take a break and like watch CSI Miami for like a breather? Should I watch like Law and Order SVU for like a fun jaunt, you know?
This is one of those things where you could have started the movie here and been fine.
Yeah.
But because they set it up with the kid kidnapped, everything, and then they go back to before the kid was kidnapped, and then they show you all this stuff, and it's like 30 minutes of them like basically doing exposition, and then now we're getting into it.
Yeah, very weirdly.
Yeah, this is
very
this
weirdly
is
paced. Weirdly paced. So now, 10 years later, Alicia is back working at the diner because she's not famous anymore. After her daughter got kidnapped, everyone hated her because she took pills and drank wine and was like an alcoholic and neglected her daughter. So she got like a really bad PR spin on this, which is very hard to believe that would actually happen. She got divorced from her husband with the dad bod. Her daughter's still missing and presumed dead. And we see immediately that the daughter is living with Kayla.
Wait, hold on. Can I tell you to shut the fuck up here? Because
oh yes,
the reporter.
Before you tell me to shut the fuck up, I told Alex that he is supposed to say that when he wants to talk. So I don't want people to think like, oh my god, that Alex is so mean.
It's so cruel, and he wasn't like this in the first episode.
No, this is 100% a bit approved by me. I approve this bit. Okay, continue.
That's right. That I might have recorded that in my recording, but people may never hear that I have ever told you to shut the fuck up as a bit. Okay, but this before we get to seeing where her daughter is at now is she's working at the restaurant, and a reporter like rips through the restaurant, asking her all these questions that basically set up what happened in the last 10 years. Like just in case there was like any issues, she's just like running after her through this and being like, didn't you care about like don't you feel guilty about like all this thing? It's like 10 years later, this is still like a thing for them. Incredible.
It's like 9/11. We'll never forget, you know.
This was this town's 9/11.
This is the town's 9/11.
Exactly. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't come out on 9/11. I think it might.
Well, you have to release it at this point.
I mean,
well, yeah, now we have to.
Yeah, today's September 2nd, so whatever next Thursday is, pretty sure it's close. So never forget. Okay. Anyways, we have the daughter now. She's renamed Jessie. She's living with Kayla. She's making hamburgers, and now she's at the stove, like cooking for the deadbeat on the couch, type of thing. You know. The news story plays that Alex was talking about, and Jessie, the daughter, is like watching it. She's like, "Oh, that woman looks familiar to me." You know.
The what's brilliant here too is like we saw this happen in the restaurant as she was chasing her through the restaurant. We don't see the shot that they use in the news thing, but what they do use is very clearly green screen. They for some reason, I don't know if they just like didn't get the shot or something was wrong, or like they couldn't.
They had to like do a reshoot.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't get back into the restaurant. They don't want to close, so like for us to shoot this, but it's very clearly green screen. It's brilliant.
So, we get like some flashbacks here, I think, and like she's starting to like remember what happened to her, that she was kidnapped or whatever. And I don't really know how this happens because it doesn't really matter. But basically, like she traps her mother in the house, and like I think she might hit her or something, and she like locks her mom in a burning house. And she escapes.
I forget that too.
It happened out of nowhere. It was
there's
like
apparently only one door in, because the mom does not rush to try to find out any other place. Oh yeah, there's like a secret room in the house that she's not supposed to go into, and that room in the house has all the evidence of everything that happened.
Right. It just confirms
the
like
newspaper articles.
Yeah. It's like what I would call the "you were kidnapped" room, where you walk in and you're like, "Oh, I was kidnapped." Yeah, this is
also the brilliant name.
Well, that's nice of her.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
To make a "you were kidnapped."
Her name
like,
isn't Jessie anymore. It's Jackie, by the way. She switched it. That's the brilliant name change from Jessie to Jackie.
The name changes in this movie were so stupid. It's like, why did she change her name to Sadie? She only used it for one scene.
Literally.
Same here. She's only.
What was the first thing that came to her mind? Which is like, what's your name? Donna
Summer. Donna Summer. Yes.
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer is my alias. Okay. Um, so cut back to Alicia. She's like a self-loathing alcoholic. She sees a news story about her daughter being like found, and she's like, "Oh my God, Jeff, our daughter's found."
She finds out from the news.
From the news, no one tells her.
Nobody tells her. They
It's so
tell
sad.
the husband first, and nobody calls her. He doesn't even call her. Insane.
Yeah.
Must have been a blowout, like when they got divorced, man.
I think so.
yeah.
Real bad.
Well, and what's shitty is that he wasn't even there for the birthday party. So really, if anyone's to blame, it's him because he was not there. He was on a work trip with some other person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Stepping out on his wife. So Alicia comes over to Jeff's house, and he has his new wife who's a child psychologist, conveniently. And and you're like, oh, God, here we go. And they're like, oh, we applied for a 30-day custody of the daughter. Like, she's been through a traumatic experience, and you're an alcoholic, so we don't want her to be with you. And Alicia's just like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to, like, fucking see her.
Yeah,
Can I see her?
see her alive? That'd be great.
In the
Help
house.
me out.
The daughter is in the house. Mom is in the house. And dad is just with his dad, Bod, is just standing in front of the stairs like, look, you're an alcoholic. You can't see your daughter right now, even though she's right over there.
Yeah. It was so fucked up.
Because you're probably gonna fucking fall down.
Yeah, you're gonna
Well-
be drunk. You're gonna be drunk all over her.
The child psychologist was like, well, she was brought up in an alcoholic environment.
Agreeing.
So you being alcoholic will bring back her trauma because I'm a child psychologist.
She says that.
She does. And she has glasses, so that's how you know it's real.
Yep. That she's a. Yep.
Is this a good theory? And let me know. A lot of the best actors in Lifetime movies are cast as side characters.
100%.
Okay. I feel like the best. I'm like, oh, this is actually some pretty good acting, and they have like maybe 2 or 3 lines.
Well, here's the thing, Alex. They get reused over and over and over. So if they get with
wow.
a production company, they're not the lead, so they can play the realtor. They can play the wife,
Brilliant.
the new wife, or
The
whatever.
character actors of Lifetime.
Yeah, but they're of course equally as beautiful as the leads of Lifetime. So they
Of
could,
course.
they could interchange. It's just it's like a casting couch like we saw in the beginning of the movie. In Lifetime, they're like, oh, you're too good of an actor. You're gonna be like the B character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that.
Like we don't. No.
Too much. I don't want to get distracted.
We don't want. They don't want any kind of like continuity issues. It's like.
True.
It's like this person is like if the main actress is too good at acting, what's everyone else going to do? You know?
Yeah,
Right.
it makes everyone. It really highlights how bad the movie is if you don't have this kind of even sheen across the entire film.
This even garbage sheen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this one, I would say all the leads are pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
So Alicia gets home. She pours herself a glass of vodka on ice. What I love here is that they really show she's an alcoholic because she drops one ice cube out of the ice machine on the floor.
Oops. Oopsie doopsies.
Yeah, and she doesn't pick it up. And I was like, whoa, that was real to life.
That's
That
very
is
real.
drunk.
The attention,
That is
to
a-
detail there.
And I know because I'm one.
A drunk person drops ice and lets it melt.
That's gonna
Yeah,
melt.
he's like bucket.
That's
It'll-
gonna help me
gonna
clean the floor in the morning.
It's just water.
Yeah, it'll just water.
It's just water.
So,
Yes.
but then she like goes to drink the drink, Drew. She's like, I'm gonna dump it in the sink. She dumps the whole glass in the sink.
She has a flashback to the things that were said to her, and this is the second time that she's experienced one of these flashbacks of things that were just very recently said to her.
Like the previous scene.
Again,
Literally the last scene. Oh my god.
and again,
Oh
like
my God.
as if we, the audience, wouldn't have been able to get it if she just like had a moment and then dumped it out. We would have been like, why the
Right.
fuck did she do that? Where did
Why
that
would
come
you
from?
just-
That wasn't justified. But like again, and I'm gonna call it out, the sound choices in their flashback editing is incredible. They'll like randomly throw in the cicada noise again if they're outside, but then there's another outside moment and they don't throw the cicada noise, and they like double the audio, I guess, to make it seem like it's not. It seems like they really tried to do the like flashback audio that you're so used to, that's like kind of like washed out a little bit, it's kind of reverby,
It's echoed. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they neglected to just look up a tutorial or something and they just try to do it from them.
I mean, it's all on YouTube. Just look it up, okay?
Yeah.
Just come on.
So they had a. I was looking at here just because we were talking about sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
They did have a sound department. What I'm looking
Oh,
at.
Department.
They hired like a whole sound department.
There's 4 people.
You have to fire every single one of them.
Wow.
four.
Maybe
That's
that's
really
the
bad.
problem here. They had
Well, not
too many.
Not one of them.
Too many cooks.
Was I think what happened was the editor is the one that was actually putting in the sounds.
Yeah.
And then because they had a mixer, Brett Murray, they had a mixer. So, but there's no. Then there's like a boom operator and a utility sound person, which is a person that's just like the tech. That
Classic.
puts it all.
Yeah.
I think they all did a bad job.
They didn't. Well, I'm guessing because there's no sound engineer or there's no like. So sound
sure,
engineer is
sure.
the one that like makes the sounds. So I'm thinking that I'm guessing completely based on nothing else that it was the editor that like put this is just like, oh yeah, we just need like some steps here. It's like or something. It was just like, I don't know, man. Or like the director was like, hey, put some, like he's watching like dailies or something.
I can't hear her walking.
Cause why it's so quiet? Why is it quiet? Be like, well, because we didn't capture the like her walking. Like that's not what you do. We'll put some steps there, dude.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
pretty sure the restaurant was carpeted. I don't know. It was so
Oh
ridiculous.
God, a carpeted restaurant sounds terrible.
Or she was wearing normal waitress shoes that don't clop and clip and splat and whatever. Like you don't hear like a waitress be like
the guy who makes,
can I take your order, please?
the guy who makes the restaurant scene sits in restaurants with his hands over his ears, like it's so loud in here.
Oh my God. Okay.
Everyone walking and clipping and just dishes clanking.
Speeding through some of this here because we have to get to like
Understood.
the other parts. So basically,
Yeah, we're only halfway through the movie.
I know we're only halfway through. So basically, Jessie, the daughter, she like doesn't get along with her new family. She gets in a fight with the child psychologist daughter about a bracelet. Who cares? It doesn't fucking matter. And she also is being followed by a black van, which obviously has Kayla inside because she survived the fire. So now Jessie's very paranoid because she's like, oh my God, the abusive, kidnapping mother who I thought was my mother and like turned out to be like not my mother. She's basically Tangled. She's basically Rapunzel and Tangled. She's like running it through the streets of Chicago right here. And she runs into like some like bad alley people is what I'm going to call them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic bad
Well,
alley people.
You know the
Urchins.
bad alley people in Chicago. We are here. We live in Chicago. This is bad alley.
Yeah.
You know the bad alley people.
And Alicia like saves her daughter. There's like some pepper spray involved and like a knee to the groin, you know, classic Lifetime stuff.
Classic kung fu action shit. Yeah.
But the daughter is like, you know, I can't believe you drank and took pills. Like, how could you do this to me? You're a terrible mother. Like, you shouldn't have abandoned me. And she's like, I love you, though. I'm so sorry. So I think she takes her in at this point. And they start living together.
Look, I did watch this very recently, so maybe it's a little more clear to me. But this movie is insane, and how much stuff happens that it makes sense that everything gets jumbled.
Yeah.
We haven't addressed that there's the daughter of the psychiatrist that plants jewelry on her to push her out of the home, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That happened, and then this happened. So it was like a whole thing.
What?
Yeah, there's the kid's jealous, I guess, and of Jesse. Anyway, they go at this point they're cool now, like her and her mom, because they had that big fight, like, why did you abandon me? And now she's saved her daughter, and she's like, I don't want to go back to dad's. I don't want to go back there ever, which I think is implied. As much as they love to explain things in this movie, I think it's implied that she doesn't want to go back there because that's where the kidnapping happened.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would make sense. I wish they would have gone down that path, because then I would have cared about this character a little bit more. Like the daughter.
I had to fill that in. So
yeah, I just did not care about the daughter at all. I'm like, this daughter sucks. She's so annoying. Like, kidnap her again. Get her out of here.
Let's go. And guess what?
No, she wasn't kidnapped. She was stolen.
She was
Stolen. Sorry.
So a lot
Kill
different.
my child again.
So, Jessie, or whatever we're calling her now, she opens up to Kayla about, like, when I was stolen, I had to sleep in a basement with a bunch of dead bodies, and it wasn't really fun. And Kayla, the mom, who's like, I want to take care of my daughter, she just, like, looks at her and she's like, we'll talk about that inside. We'll talk about that later.
No, not Kayla. Not Kayla.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Alicia.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. Wait,
like,
what?
She doesn't.
Honestly, it
doesn't care.
It feels like that's happening in this movie, though. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if suddenly she was kidnapped again and somehow brainwashed again. This movie is so insane.
Well, because Alicia's like, we'll talk to the police. She brings in the police because, like, Jessie is, like, very convinced that Kayla's following her around and stuff. And the police are like, oh, you were just dreaming. Like, you're stupid. Like, no one believes this teenager that they're like, she died in a fire. Kayla's dead in a fire. We all know this. And no one cares. Like, Alicia's so not concerned about her daughter. She's like, I'm going to go to the store. Do you want to come with me?
She's so like heart of gold. And then suddenly there's like this weird shift of like, look, my daughter's a crazy person and I don't believe any of this.
Yeah, it was such a weird shift. Like, why, if she wanted the daughter back, then she gets her back, and then she just drops her, like, dead. Like, you're stupid. You're just, like, hallucinating things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? And she's not. She's not. Jessie's not. Kayla's really following her.
Although she did burn all the evidence. So
True.
Right? Like, did she start? She started the fire.
Well, they found a body in the basement, and they assumed it was Kayla, but it was probably her sister, half sister, or whoever. Her sister.
Yeah, they did do. I guess they did, and now I'm thinking about it. And it's like they did try to make her look kind of like similar. I guess the casting of it. I don't.
It was.
But also, we still don't know where they put the body of Mop Top.
Where's Mop Top?
Where is fucking Mop Top?
Where's Roger? Where's Roger from Rent? Like, what happened to Roger?
We don't know.
I don't know. If I could pull out a Rent Roger line right now, that'd be awesome. But I can't.
That would be.
I fucking
that,
hate Rent. I hate Rent.
There's that restaurant scene where she's with her daughter and she's like, I'm gonna go pay the bill, and she's like, don't leave me. And I'm just, and, we all know, okay, some shit's gonna happen. And she leaves to go pay the bill, and she sees Kayla across the street just standing there, horror movie style, like straight looking on, and then bus drives by and she's gone, and she's freaking out and everything. And like that's when we like realize, I guess, that she's like gonna get kidnapped again, and I'm like, this is just another movie. We're starting an entirely new movie.
Totally.
There, so much has happened so far, and I guess now this is the kidnapping movie that we.
Or it's,
Well,
or it's like a Netflix series.
Yeah, it would have been
A Netflix series
it would have been
called
a better,
Stolen.
It would have been a better TV show, to be honest, or like a
Yeah.
miniseries. And Kayla, the actress who plays Kayla, I don't have her name up right now, but Drew, I want you to just picture like the most adorable, like not threatening person like ever. Like she's just so freaking cute. Like,
Very cute.
Yeah, I see her.
Like
I see her on
she's like super cute. I feel like she's a Chicago actress, like the Chicago girl on the improv team who like plays like animals all the time. She's like
100%.
she's that girl.
She either plays animals all the time or like shoots you with a fake gun.
Yeah. But like in an adorable way, and you're like, is that a water gun?
She's like, pew.
Anyways,
You're like, oh.
wrapping this up. So while Alicia's neglecting her daughter, of course, Kayla shows up and she wants to kidnap her again. But Alicia comes back and she has a gun. A gun? I don't really know.
Yeah, there's a gun. Oh my God. There's so much that still happens, and it blows my mind. I'm exhausted thinking about it.
Oh, you're right. There is so much. I'm like, I have like, I thought I was at the bottom of my notes, but I'm not at the bottom of my notes. I am just gonna jump to.
It's crazy. I mean, like, so she shows up again to kidnap, right? And it starts with Alicia watching like TV, and I just needed to note this, that on the TV you can hear like a commercial where someone's like literally quote, like, this is a quote, "I love hot dogs, I like mine Chicago style." that's I guess just playing on the TV. and she goes and she sees that it's Alicia or Kayla, and they have like some kind of struggle, and God, how does it happen? Where does it progress?
So basically, like,
she duct tapes her and everything. Oh
yeah.
no! Wait,
no.
What happened?
Well,
you know,
there's a whole scene where okay, Kayla is like going through her monologue. Okay, she's like going through her monologue. She's like, "This is why I'm doing this. You're the worst, and like I hate you." And Alicia's like, "I don't remember you. I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like,
"Oh,
really?
no. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, here. Let me just say this. Alicia leaves her alone at the house, her daughter.
Yes.
And she's like, "Why would you do this? This is insane." And then Kayla's creeping around the house with a knife. She has a huge knife, and then she like walks up to the door and she's about to like break in, and Alicia peers behind her with a gun. That's right. Okay. And then she makes Jesse come and get the door. She's like, "Jesse, open the door," to see the person who kidnapped her. Like, it's like such a horrifying thing to ask your daughter to do. And then she gets her in there. The daughter wants nothing to do with like helping, and Alicia like duct tape. She's like, "Remember, like we planned." I guess they had a plan for this.
Yeah.
She duct tapes Kayla up and then like puts her in the middle of the room to like question her or something.
Yeah.
And then in a wood chipper.
Well,
yeah,
no, because of course, like this is when Kayla's going through her monologue, and then Jesse just is done like hearing this bitch talk because she's heard her whole life, and she punches her in the face and like knocks her out.
The punch is incredible. This scene, I recorded it and I posted it on TikTok because it was so. I thought it was the most incredible thing. But
it is.
She's like insulting her mom. "You ruined my life, so no, I'm gonna ruin yours." And like the look on this little kid's face, and she comes and the punch, I kid you not, is like this.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just a slow stage or like camera punch across the thing, and she gets hit. There's the sound of getting hit, and about like a second later, she goes, "Oh."
Well, and Alex, this doesn't happen a lot in Lifetime movies. Like usually, they get through their whole villain monologue and they have a whole thing going on.
Cut her off.
To cut it off was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Just like, and you don't even know the hat. Ow! Ow!
Yes, you did it much better just right there. But yeah, that's it. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, more stage effects makeup. That is very impressive because this
So
little kid gave her a bloody nose.
Kayla gets taken away by the police and, whatever. But in the cop car, she
Can I
throws
do
up.
I know we're trying to speed through this, but this is one of the best parts of the movie is she's walking out with the cop and the cop says, I'm not even gonna ask how she got the bloody nose, and puts Kayla in the car, and like Kayla says some other stuff like Jesse, like, oh, whatever. And Alicia like walks across the screen, hands crossed, she just like, get her out of here. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
And this is the thing, Drew. Like in the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, like we're talking, the movie has 3 minutes left at this point. It is so jam packed with like crazy, ridiculous stuff that
it spanned 14 years at this point.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
Within 14 years.
So Kayla pretends to, or she actually is sick in the car. She throws up, and the detective's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta clean this up." He pulls over. She attacks him, steals his car, and then Alicia and Jesse are following the cop car, like going to the station, and they get pulled over. They're like, "Oh no, the cops are pulling us over," and of course it's Kayla inside, and I'm like, are we doing like a car chase now? Is this what's happening? Like,
and we are 100%
and we
are doing a full-on car chase.
A car chase
where they very clearly are avoiding any actual like hitting, like no bumper bumping, no cars are crashing at all because they do not have that in the budget.
Green screen, like behind the car
like,
window, It is.
Yeah.
It is like the sound of music when like they're driving through the hills. Like it's like that type of vibe.
They're like. They're like driving. They're turning like a child.
Oh yeah,
acting
it's
like he's driving, just like turns the wheel all the time, and then
yeah,
and bump around, turn the wheel.
So it's just to get us to a field because they wanted to film in a field. So we're in a field. There's a gun there's a gun around, and there's a baseball bat happening, and like
just to add to Kayla's kill count, so she I guess somehow wrestled the gun away from the cop and then made him drive and chase after the girls, and then what you see is he pulls him over and she shoots the cop in the head right before, as Alicia gets pulled over by the cops and gets out of her car. No one comes up to the door. I think she just gets out of the car.
That's white privilege. That's white privilege right there.
It's cool. I'm a white lady. Got it.
She does not react to a gunshot at all. Like someone was just shot in the head very close to her, but that apparently she didn't hear it. And then Kayla gets out and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go," and tries to drive away, but it doesn't work. Anyway, now they're in the field. They're wrestling over the gun, and who does anyone get shot? Does Kayla get shot?
Yeah, she gets shot by a single bullet.
In the chest. Yeah,
to her black dead heart, not like her heart of gold like Kayla or like Alicia has. Kayla has a black heart. She's a baddie bad. So she dies with one shot to the heart. And then literally the mother and daughter just like hug and cry. And that's the end of the movie. It ends abruptly. No resolution.
Oh, and apparently Alicia has a baseball bat in her car. She pulled that out to battle with the gun wielding.
That also is a crime. You cannot have a bat in your car. Guys. If you have a bat in your car, put it in your trunk because that is illegal to drive with a bat in your car.
So good.
Crazy. So, yeah. Okay. On the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. We'll start with Alex. Alex, what are you going to do to this movie?
Oh, this is an absolute must watch, which I think is Pour It Up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta pour it up. This is one of the worst like post-production kind of nightmares I've ever seen. And the things that happen in this movie are and how many things happen, it has to be seen. It absolutely has to be seen.
That's right.
And I do want to mention one of my favorite scenes was a dramatic conversation between Alicia and her daughter, where in between every line, where there's a lot of space, like good editing in a dramatic scene, there's some space between the lines. In between where the silence should be, for some reason, room tone like crescendos. They'll say something like like, I'm sorry that I abandoned you. Mom, what are you talking about? Like, it's just in between and
You mean-
it's so loud. I was like, how
mean
is this
like-
happening? This is
Like there's like an AC.
yeah. Well,
Like you hear the AC running.
I don't know if they did like a sound suppression thing, but like put the settings in such a wrong way for it. Like that's had to be it, because otherwise it's so intentionally like building up to the next line. It's
I bet they just
unbelievable.
inserted room noise. They like recorded room noise just to have
Yeah.
a consistent thing. And they're like, oh, we need the room noise in between the things. Put the
Yeah.
room noise in there because they don't know what they're doing.
Oh,
my
unbelievable. And then we didn't even talk about her tears. Jessie at one point has the most blatant corn syrup tears, like just thick, not moving on her face as she cries about her mother or something.
It's great.
It's beautiful. You have to see. Everyone must bear witness. Pour it up.
True. How about you?
That's awesome. I'm pouring it up. Absolutely. I had fun hearing about this one. This is ridiculous.
It really is.
And it hit a couple of like a tropes where it's like you get points, like well, I can't think of them now because it was just funny.
But it certainly hit them. I mean, with all
but
the
it certainly hit that
some
shit.
things were hit.
Something was hit. Some kind of trope was hit on this one.
So,
But yeah, I think it sounds like this sounds like a like what I picture a Lifetime movie to. This is like the platonic version of a Lifetime movie to me.
platonic.
Like like it's the shape of a Lifetime movie. The actual like, so it's when you have like the it's like, this is what a woman looks like outline. This is what a man looks like outline. And this is what a Lifetime movie looks like outline.
Sorry, you can't throw those vocabulary words at me, okay?
Sorry.
Sorry. Whatever.
It's the only fancy word I know.
So, yeah, what's crazy about this movie and something that we don't talk about often in Lifetime movies is the production value. So, like, the production value in this movie is wildly sophomoric
Poor.
and, like, ridiculous.
It is poor.
It is
Yeah.
bad. And it really affects a movie.
It's negligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, like, blatantly
It sounds like
terrible.
It's mostly that, yeah.
Yes.
Negligent would be the best way to go.
But the content here is actually not that bad. So, like, I was very interested while watching this movie, but I also was watching it being like, I want to know what happens. But also, this is terrible. But I still want to watch it. Like, it's the definition of so bad it's good. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to teach this. Like, if you have a film course, like, this is such a great thing to show for people. Like, if you're, no matter what part you're in, to show that, look at the mistake made here. And also, you could do this and get paid to do it.
Yeah, and people.
Well, and it
did
sounds
get
like
paid to do
something. It sounds like something that's like, it's one of those things, like what you're saying, Alex, about the, like teaching a course where because film, a lot of the stuff that is in film, if you don't notice the sound, perfect. You did a perfect job at sound, because like that's the whole point. It's just like, good, you didn't notice it. You didn't know, like it was so natural and so normal.
Yep.
And but getting to that point is actually very, like, that takes talent in itself. It's like, it takes talent to be like, oh, I didn't notice these, like, I didn't notice that weird thing in the background.
If you're not
But
being
it's like, oh, no, it's just
appreciated, if you're not being appreciated for what you did it right.
Right.
Yep. And
It's
it's
a
weird.
skill.
It's such
It's a
a weird,
skill.
especially like these other, especially sound, man. It sounds like the kicker, because you could, especially when you're talking about like the dynamics of like steps, like hearing steps walking.
I
like,
can't wait for you to watch it, Drew. I mean,
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this one.
It's
You have-
wild.
because this
So,
sounds like a blast.
pour it up for that. I also have an alternative title. It's also known as Just Simply Stolen.
oh,
Oh, it was. So it's like
So,
taken.
Yeah, so there was an alternative title. Not My Daughter Was Stolen, just Stolen. So
Okay.
that wraps up our conversation about My Daughter Was Stolen. But before we go, we have our favorite segment of this week and every week. What you say, Candace, Cameron, Bure. wedding day. Catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé. Eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say? Candace Cameron Bure. Okay, now it is time for What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure, the segment where we watch Candace's Instagram and we talk about it. So, Alex,
What'd you say, girl?
What'd you say,
What'd you say,
Candace? So, Alex, you don't know this segment because you weren't on when we did this segment. It was created after Alex, like after Jesus or whatever they say, like BC, whatever.
After Jesus.
Look, I don't know history. Okay, whatever. I'm going to be on a history podcast called Shared History, so you should check that out with our friend Natalie Mueller. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm going to be doing that, so there's my plug for that. But I'm going to play, Alex, a Candace Instagram, and we're going to talk about it. You can't see it because, we're on Zoom, but I'm going to play the audio. Do not follow her. You do not need to follow her. I follow her, so you don't have to, okay?
Okay, thank you. I mean, she's got 4.4 million followers. That's insane.
Yeah, well, she's a little problematic, so this is the thing with Candace. Like, she's not a fan of the gays, and, she's just...
Oh, lovely.
She's trying to appease everyone, but appeasing no one at the same time.
Incredible.
So here we go. Oh, God. Okay. And, yeah.
Hi, it's really late. I'm working away on my new Christmas movie, If I Only Had Christmas. And I have to say, everyone always asks me, like, what's your favorite? Because this is number 9. It's actually number 10, but number 9 for Hallmark Christmas movies. And I'm honestly saying, like, I think this is going to be my favorite. It's good. You guys, I'm so excited for you to see this Christmas movie. Genuinely, like, there's so many things that I love about it. It's an homage to The Wizard of Oz, and everyone's fantastic. And we just shot so much in the last few days that is so beautiful. I just can't wait for you to see this movie. So, that's
Okay.
Oh, no.
Girl,
Oh, no.
Spoiler alert. What?
Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz?
What the hell could
Said
it
that at
be?
the same-
Oh, boy.
I mean, what the hell could it be? I mean, what did you say the title was? Every Christmassy Christmas?
It's like Christmassy Christmas time.
Oh,
Christmas
yeah,
jam.
it's already gone from my brain.
Here's my prediction of what this movie's about. If it's an homage to The Wizard of Oz, Candace Cameron Bure gets in a tornado at Christmas. Okay, she
A Christmas tornado,
is taken
yes.
to a town called Christmas Town. Okay, there is a Christmas reef that she meets first. The Christmas reef has no brain. Then she meets.
He's stupid. He's the stupidest fucking Christmas tree ever.
Then she meets one of those lawn ornament reindeer, and the lawn ornament reindeer has no heart, and
He has no fucking heart. He's a piece of shit. Has no heart.
And then she meets. It has to be a Christmas animal, so a polar bear, and the polar bear has no courage, so she has
no
to-
courage. He's a total fucking piece of shit.
She has-
wussy ass idiot.
His whole song's about being a polar bear and being afraid of penguins, and then Candace is just there trying to help everybody out.
She's like, you should eat the penguins instead because you're the scary one.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, honestly, truly, how could it be an homage to The Wizard of Oz? This woman is over 40. Like, the only role she could play in The Wizard of Oz is Annie M.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Brutal. I hope
brutal.
she, in a twist of things, she plays a wicked witch.
She doesn't have the range, Alex. I'll tell you that.
Which is why that would be so fun to see.
She could play the good witch. What?
Oh, Glinda the Good
Meli-
Witch. You're right. Candace
Glinda.
would be a great Glinda the Good Witch.
Would she take the back
She would
seat
be.
like that?
And she'd be
No.
like, and as long as you trust in Jesus, we can go and let's have an adventure.
Now watch as I join you on the entire adventure.
They're like,
yeah.
what is this?
It's like, Glinda, get out of here. Go back in your bubble, girl. We don't need you in the movie. I'm excited for this movie. I can't wait.
Very excited about it. I'm for it.
We are 100% covering the Candace Christmas movie.
I might pour it up already.
Yeah.
I might already pour it up.
I mean, I think we are right now pouring it up.
I think we're pouring it up. Well, we're pouring up the version that we made.
Yeah.
Based on like 10 seconds of Candace Cameron.
In her last Christmas movie, we actually did pour it up, Alex. So we're not 100% Candace haters. Like, she has her moments.
Well, just as a person.
She's not a bad actress. Like, she's not
a bad actress. She's just a terrible person.
She's just like,
I've never heard.
I don't even know if she's a terrible person. I don't even know that.
Well, she hates
I'm not convinced
me. She hates
gay
me.
people. That's your privilege, Drew.
Yeah.
I'll never have a problem
great
with
privilege.
You.
Right. I have a beautiful beard. I'm a white man in America. And you know what? I feel guilty.
Oh boy.
Go with me. I feel guilty.
Well, on that note, I
kidding.
think it is time for pluggy time. So, Alex,
time.
this is when we plug things that are pluggable. Do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time?
Well, I mean, I am just my name on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Alex Colliard. Try to keep it simple. Find me on Discord. I'm Alex Colliard as well. I'm everywhere. That's very searchable. And I have been getting trolled by like mega people recently. So,
oh wow,
a little bit worried that I've made myself too findable online. But
I have that problem every day.
Let's go, baby.
But that means you made it. Once you get them trolls, man, that's
it.
When you.
Oh yeah,
you've arrived.
I am
arrived.
This is me wearing it like a medal. I don't have any other I don't have a show that you can go to. I mean, why would you?
That's okay.
You don't need to.
That's okay.
You don't need to have one.
Yeah. We don't.
What's an example of like a trolling that someone would do to you? Because I can't imagine trolling you.
Well, 100%. There's maybe 3 comments that people will leave, and one of them is
you're beautiful,
saying I have a man bun,
as
if it's a bad thing. I guess I don't know.
Okay. I like your hair.
But I have a man bun, and it does make me. It does discount how I am as a person. So,
to be fair, that does kind of discount a lot of things you say.
Your head gets hot when you have so much hair. You have to tie it up. Hello.
Yeah. They like to say that I probably swallow.
I mean,
which again, I guess doing that is a bad thing.
Or
I don't know. Maybe
at least you're given a beach.
That is like a comment that you get. That's so weird.
I don't know. They love to call out that I'm probably gay, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm bi, so those things have happened, and yeah, it's cool. I don't. It's not an insult to call people gay anymore.
No, not at all.
It's insane.
I'd love if someone went in my comments and was like, "You're gay," I'd be like, "No, duh. Like, what are you talking about?" Like,
yeah,
be like,
that's my whole brand. What are you saying right now?
Thank you for noticing.
Literally, you can't hurt me with that anymore. So I don't know what to do for you, sir. I'm so sorry. And they are all men.
They're probably working through some stuff. Yeah,
they're working through some shit, definitely. Because Alex, you're a beautiful man.
I know. Well, and that's the thing, Alex.
And if you're a gay, if you're like in the closet gay, and you're one of those people, you trigger that.
And they're sexualizing you, which is they're trying to objectify you by saying that, which is so fucked up.
It's so obvious.
mean,
Like, get
what
it.
the hell?
God,
Yeah, you don't
you
deserve
We're-
that. I'm
we're
mad
not
for
gonna,
you.
We're not going to get into it, but the other one, like this is specifically on a video that I just posted there. It's about someone saying that Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero, and I was very much saying that he's not, and all of them in the comments being like, yes, he is. And the worst ones, the ones that aren't funny, like the man bun and calling me gay, are saying that I look like one of the guys that Kyle killed, and being like, "You're next, buddy,"
Oh
or
my
that kind of thing.
god! What?
Jesus
the
Christ.
fuck?
Yeah.
Everyone's insane.
Wow, your trolls are terrible.
Clown world.
Yeah, I'm never.
I mean,
I'm
so
never
it's
going
not
on
all
TikTok.
fun. It's not all fun.
Oh my god. Okay. Drew.
Well, we live in
Anyway,
clown
follow
world,
me
so-
on TikTok.
Right? Yeah. sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it's
Um,
great.
Boy. Okay.
You're
wow.
bringing out those closet
dark.
heterosexuals that
Yeah.
are just they're just like, he's too beautiful. That just can't be.
You know,
can't
They
be all
wanna give me a
can't be all good.
kiss.
It is.
They want to kiss your face.
Drew, do you have anything you like to
yeah.
plug?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Drew But With Pants, and my band, we're putting out a new album here soon, that we did remotely. So I don't know.
Gonna be awesome.
Who knows?
That's
Cannot
awesome.
wait. Wonderful.
I'm excited for it. Sounds good.
Well, thank you both for being here.
Oh, the Limbos. We're the Limbos. if
they
you
know,
didn't
they
You
know.
should say the name of the band.
We say this every week. They know the Limbos. If you're
Yeah.
not following the Limbos on Spotify, what are you doing?
You
Then
fools.
get out.
Yeah, get out of here.
Then get out of my country.
Thank you,
Yep.
listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us with emojis, please. And and check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel now, and I have like a super fan named Alex, who's not Alex Colyard. It's Alex someone else, who's commenting on all the videos and saying, when are you coming out with more? And I'm trying to do once a week. I'm only one person, so good luck to me.
Hi, Alex.
He is but a man. He is but one man.
It takes a long time to edit these stupid things, and YouTube's so hard. I don't know why I'm doing this. But anyways, I'm in quarantine, so now's the time. But yes, I think that's it. We'll see you next week. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Walking sound, walking sound, walking sound, walking
Walking
sound.
sound, walking sound, walking sound.